and welcome to my channel, Elvis Presley A to Z. If this is your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. And for all those of you who subscribe, thank you for subscribing. Today I'm continuing with my series, Inside the Studio with Elvis. We are on track 8 from the album From Elvis in Memphis, which was part of the American Sound Studio sessions in 1969. Produced probably the best music of Elvis's career in that time period. Track 8 is Gentle on My Mind, side B of the vinyl album. This was recorded January 15th, 1969 at 5:30 a.m. Now, usually I just started off with a couple of samples or a sample or two of the original cuts. Since this song was done in only really one take, and then they did some vocal repairs and overdubs, we're going to start it off. I want to do a little commentary here, but we're going to start it off, first of all, with 3 quick samples of some nice versions of Gentle on My Mind, about 15 seconds of each, and they're going to be just spliced together back to back through the song. So the first part is John Hartford, who wrote the song, has a little more of a country bluegrass feel to it. Then Glenn Campbell, of course, who really made it real popular in 1968, I believe, or 67. And then Aretha Franklin actually did a version, a really soulful version. So let's start it off with that. Let's take a listen to those 3 takes.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch.
Love, yes, to be right there. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, and your ink stains that have dried upon some line.
Okay, nothing like Aretha Franklin. She can sing. She can sing. I had a good style. I like that version. All right, so now we're at a point where we're going to listen to the actual acetate version, the original recording, the first take of the song. An acetate was a disc that they would receive, usually about the same size of a full-size LP, and they would take that home. It would be cut in the studio, and they would take it and listen to it, and they would come back and tell them, hey, well, we need a little bit more of this. We need to overdub this. It was just kind of a way to get out of the studio and take a listen to it, see what it would sound like. So this part that we're going to listen to is going to be a little bit of that acetate version. Now, just a side note, the picture here you see here is the picture of the acetate that Elvis received when he went in and recorded My Happiness. That's what he got. It was recorded straight to acetate. So he received that. And a lot of people think, oh, it's just a little 45, but it wasn't. It was a big round disc, like a standard size LP, 33 1/3 LP, and it played at 78. Now, Elvis didn't have a record player, so he went over to a friend's house. His name was Ed Leek, and he went over there and listened to it, and he left it there. And over all the years, Ed Leek had this in storage, and it never, nobody ever listened to it again. Elvis's mother never even heard the song. It was never played for her. So it's not documented that he did, but according to the story, she never heard it, and it was left there. Well, when Ed Leek passed away, his niece got it, and back in I think it was 2015, that record sold for $300,000, and then they, of course, but it had been, once they had discovered it, they did release the recording, so everybody heard that recording of My Happiness, and it was released on a few albums. So, anyways, let's listen to this acetate of Gentle on My Mind. Just listen to a little bit of this. Yeah, everything's just kind of right there. It's just a binaural.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk.
That's the straight cut right there. No mixing, no nothing.
That makes me tend to keep my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch.
All right, so that's the acetate version. That's what they heard. That's why they went home to listen to. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to listen to when they went back into the studio and Elvis overdubbed his vocals. And this is it right here, I think.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk.
You hear the instrument in your left ear? That's called a clavinet. For those of you who are familiar with Stevie Wonder, that was used in the song Superstition, and several other songs. They're using it in this song as a little backbeat. But now you can hear the overdub, you can hear the mixture of the stereo. Let's listen to what I have left here. The guitar.
That makes me tend to keep my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, and the ink stains that have dried up on some.
Look at that guitar. It's just...
That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory. It keeps you ever gentle on my mind.
So that's kind of a cool little mix right there. They do some more mixing. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to leave it to you. I've got my note commentary like I do on the others. You're going to listen to a couple of more takes with the overdubs and add. And then I'm going to drop back in real quick just before the 1987 remake, just to end it all. So thanks. Having fun. Listen.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. Now that makes me tend to keep my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, and the ink stains that have dried up on some line. That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory. It keeps you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now, but or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory. And for hours you just gentle on my mind. Though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, and some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone, I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. But not to where I cannot see you, walking in the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on my mind. I dip my cup of soup back from a gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beardy rough and cold pile and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through cupped hands around the tin can, I pretend to hold it to my breast and fight. That you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, never gentle on my mind. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to keep my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, and the heat stains that have dried up on some line. That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory. It keeps you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now, or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursed or forgiven when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and for hours you're just gentle on my mind. Though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, and some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone, I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind, but not to where I cannot see you walking the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on my mind. I dip my cup of soup back from a gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beardy rustling coal pile and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through cupped hands around the tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and fight. That you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of the commentary and heard, could really hear the distinction, all the mixing, all the instruments added, and how they kind of just balanced everything out. I really like that song. It's also one of the first full songs that I learned on a guitar. I used to love to play that song, and I actually sat around and sing it. It was a fun song. So now you're going to hear, I don't know if all you Elvis fans remember this album being released in 1987 with some remixes of a lot of the 69 songs from the sessions. What you're about to hear is the remix of Gentle on My Mind. You got the lyrics. Kick back, pour yourself a glass of wine, sing along. Thanks for listening. Have a good time. Bye.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to keep my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, and the ink stains that have dried up on some line. That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory. It keeps you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now, or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and for hours you just jiggle on my mind. Though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, and some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone, I still might run in silence. Tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind, but not to where I cannot see, walking the back roads by the rivers flowing gently on my mind. I dip my cup of soup back from a gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beardy rough and cold towel and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through cupped hands around the tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling